Welcome back to Cartoon Diaries, where today we delve into the captivating journey of the esteemed show Slugterra. From its humble origins to its grand finale, we unveil the remarkable tale of young Eli Shane, a teenage protagonist who embarks on a transformative adventure in the subterranean realm known as Slugterra. Inspired by his father, the renowned slug slinger, Eli endeavors to follow in his footsteps and safeguard Slugterra from sinister forces seeking to exploit its extraordinary and scarce slugs for nefarious purposes. Before the inception of the series, Eli's father, Will Shane, and his rival-turned-foe, Black, underwent rigorous training under the guidance of the unparalleled master, Shania. However, a series of events tragically led to their fateful divergence. To fully comprehend the roots of their enmity, we must heed Black's own account. Abandoned by his dissolute father, Black found himself stranded in a lawless abyss, compelled to eke out a living as a servant under the notorious bandit V-God Dare. Fate intervened when he crossed paths with the enigmatic master Shania, only to be met with indifference. Fueled by this rejection, Black seized control of the cavern and ruthlessly expelled its rightful inhabitants. His animosity towards Will Shane remained unwavering. Soon after, Black's path would intersect with the ominous dark water, a malevolent substance capable of transforming ordinary slugs into ghastly specters. Through his relentless experimentation, Black succeeded in opening a portal to the treacherous, deep caverns of Slugterra, where he became ensnared by the sinister entity known as the Dark Bane. As a consequence, his appearance turned ghostly pale, and he forged an unholy alliance with the demonic being. Emerging from this tumultuous ordeal, Black unleashed his inaugural ghoul upon his arch-nemesis, Will Shane. In summary, the captivating chronicle of Slugterra encapsulates the adventurous journey of Eli Shane, his ardent pursuit of his father's legacy, and the intricate web of betrayal and redemption woven between him and his formidable adversary, Black. Let us now immerse ourselves in the captivating narrative that unfolds as these two titans clash in a battle for the fate of Slugterra. Before disappearing, Shane shoots his loyal slug Burpee and tells him to find his son and show him a hidden letter. Burpee finds a 10-year-old boy named Eli Shane and leads him to a secret compartment in his bedroom floor. Burpee reveals the letter, which tells Eli to wait until he is 15 before exploring the mysterious world of Slugterra. 5 years later, we meet 15-year-old Eli, who is preparing to go on a journey to Slugterra after receiving a letter from his father, Shane. Eli and his friend Burpee navigate through a complex sewer system to reach their destination and enter the underground world of Slugterra. Upon arriving, Eli gets dressed in appropriate attire and equips himself with necessary gear, including 2 mecha beasts. Their adventure begins when they encounter Pronto, a maloid tracker, and together they set out on a mission to gather an assortment of slugs. Along the way, they encounter a mysterious girl who saves Eli from bullies, but she disappears before he can learn her name, which is Trixie, by the way. Eventually, they reach a tournament where Eli triumphs in a duel, gaining respect and acquiring new slugs for his collection. Meanwhile, Dr. Black and his henchman Morris are plotting their own sinister plans, which involve creating an army of ghouls. Despite performing well in a tournament, he ultimately loses in the finals to John Bull, who utilizes a ghoul. In response, the newly formed Chain Gang, determined to safeguard Slugterra, embarks on a journey to confront future obstacles, setting the scene for their upcoming adventures. After a fight with a villain named CC and finding some valuable items in their hideout, the gang decides to buy upgrades for their equipment. However, the shop owner only accepts a specific type of currency called slugs. Reluctantly, Eli trades away his precious slug jewels in order to get the gear they need. They soon discover that the shop owner is secretly supplying slugs to the villain Dr. Black. During a confrontation with Dr. Black's enforcer, the henchman steals Jules and the other slugs. Worried that Jules will be harmed, Eli plans to infiltrate Dr. Black's fortress to rescue him. Meanwhile, Pronto and Trixie dig underground to assist Eli, while Eli engages in a duel with Dr. Black as a distraction. Using this distraction, the gang is able to escape with Jules and successfully free him. In an attempt to capture a frost crawler, Pronto accidentally causes all the slugs in the cavern to gain a speed boost, resulting in the place freezing over. Eli and his friends are almost trapped, but they are saved when Eli uses his slug, Burpee, to melt the ice. ice. Despite gaining a new member, the Frostcrawler, their adventure damages Eli's blaster. They decide to seek help from the famous blaster expert Red Hook. Along the way, they encounter a gang causing trouble, but the Shane gang defeats them and saves a slug named Doc. At first, Red Hook refuses to fix Eli's blaster, but changes his mind when he realizes Eli is the son of Will Shane. He provides Eli with a new blaster. During another showdown with the gang, they discover that Doc is a healer slug, leading to his acceptance into the gang. Once the Shane gang was hunting for a slug called Hoverbug, but their mecha beasts malfunction, allowing the slug to escape. They suspect the issue is related to recent upgrades from the Great Western Forge, so they visit the factory. To their surprise, they find that the place is now under new management by Darius Iman. While Darius appears friendly, there are suspicions about his intentions. Eli and Pronto discover that Darius is using dark water to sabotage the mecha beasts and divert people to Dr. Black's train company. With the help of Grindel and other imprisoned cave trolls, they stop Darius's plan and free the mecha beasts from dark water control. Trixie records evidence of the sabotage, while Dr. Black plans to create more ghouls despite the setback. The Shane gang goes into Deadweed Cavern to find Fright Guy's slugs that scare people. They experience strange things like seeing ghosts and encountering people who have been transformed by exposure to dark water. They find out that Dr. Black is mining dark water and using it to create ghouls. They try to stop him by cutting off his supply of dark water and have a confrontation with one of his enforcers, El Diablo Nacho. Despite their efforts, Nacho escapes with a lot of dark water. However, their encounter leads them to find a friendly Frightgeist slug, and with its help, they stop Nacho from escaping and shut down the dark water pump. The episode ends with Nacho and Dr. Black surrounded by containers of dark water, suggesting that their evil operations are continuing. Two brothers named Lockie and Loy release a group of Fandango slugs to attack a team of slingers. Eli and his friends receive a distress call and come to the rescue. They are able to fend off the attack, but discover that the slinger's mecha has been severely damaged. The gang offers to transport the Fandango slugs to Bullseye Cavern to save them from dying. However, Lockie and Loy intercept them and try to stop their mission. They are forced to take a different route through Shadow Clan territory and end up getting captured by the Shadow Clan. When they finally reach Bullseye Cavern, Lockie and Loy launch another attack. This leads to the discovery that the cavern contains a large amount of dark water. Trixie realizes the danger, and with the help of Eli, Pronto, and the Fandango, they are able to get rid of the dark water and protect the cavern from its corrupting effects. After due days, Trixie persuades the group to go on a search for a rare slug called the Enigmo slug, which attracts the attention of other hunters. Eli saves a slug from a trap, and it turns out to be the one everyone is after. A feared hunter named Gerard Stalker demands the slug's return, but Eli refuses. A fight ensues between the gang and Stalker, with the gang emerging victorious. They decline an offer from a wealthy couple and return home. Later, the gang is ambushed by Dr. Black's troops, but they are rescued by a slinger named Twist. They invite Twist to join them and share their plan to raid a ghoul storage stronghold. They successfully infiltrate the stronghold, but face trouble when confronted by Nacho. They manage to escape with the help of their mecha beasts, but the ghouls are recaptured later on. The gang returns home with Twist, unaware that he is reporting back to Dr. Black. They join forces with Twist to carry out a plan to steal a train containing Dr. Black's remaining dark water supply. However, they fall into a trap set by El Diablo's Nacho. Twist is revealed to be working for Dr. Black and confronts Eli, expressing a personal grudge against Will Shane. A duel between Eli and Twist ensues, with Twist ultimately escaping. In the end, Dr. Black replaces El Diablo's Nacho with Twist's, sending it back to the deep caverns. Eli's great-uncle's journal hints at the existence of the surface world, leading a ridiculed adventurer to plan an expedition and invite believers to join him. Eli learns of this and decides to stop the expedition, but is misunderstood by Trixie and Cord. They all end up at the adventurers' gathering, where they are mistaken for participants. The gang returns to their hideout while Eli steals the journal, pursued by the adventurer and slingers. Eli reveals the truth about the surface in the journal and engages in a duel. Eli burns the journal with the help of Burpee. This causes the adventurer to leave. Finally, Eli shares his origin story in the tunnel that connects Slugterra to the surface with the gang. The series has more surprises in store, which will be revealed in the next part of the video. Make sure to stay tuned, subscribe, and comment. Goodbye.